What's going on, White Line Agents? Colin back here again, and this time I am in the Magic Kingdom. Behind me is Belle's Castle, and over here you'll see Cinderella's Castle. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're talking about day number 15 and what we can do to get 3 houses sold in 30 days, or 3 clients in 30 days by Krista Mashore. So today we're going to be talking about CMAs and the importance of understanding how to do CMAs. I know a lot of y'all have probably never actually done a formal CMA, and the point of this video obviously is not to show you how to do a CMA, but rather explain to you why it's important, because I have other videos about CMAs that you should be paying attention to. So CMAs, guys, Comparative Market Analysis is what CMA stands for, and CMAs are credibility tools, guys. Sellers don't care how many homes you sold last week. They care if you want their property. They care about what their property is worth, guys. And your CMA needs to be clean, professional, and defensible. You got to be able to understand why you did your CMA, why you made the choices that you made, and be able to explain it to them in a clear and concise way, because that is what they want to know, and that's what makes you look like an expert and just a generally well-rounded real estate agent, guys. So as we move, you got to think. A lot of people look at 2 things, if I'm going to be honest with you. They look at the taxable value. They go to the county appraisal district, especially in Texas, and they always have an appraisal, but it's not an appraisal, guys. That is an assessment. They are assessing how much your house is worth, and that is very problematic, because guess what? They get tax revenue off of whatever they say your house is worth, and because of that, they're going to say it's worth a ton of money. So you got that is usually high. In my experience, guys, 9 times out of 10, that's high, especially if they're not contesting it. Now, if you're somebody like me, mine's way below my market value, which kind of hurts me a little bit whenever I'm going to sell, but nobody really looks at that, so who cares? The other one is Zillow, guys. Everybody thinks, oh, I clicked on Zillow, I got my Zestimate. Your Zestimate is crap. Zillow doesn't even trust Zillow. The CEO of Zillow sold his bajillion-dollar house for 40% less than his Zestimate, because it's just a stupid algorithm that doesn't work very well. So neither one of those numbers work, neither one of them are credible, and you need to be able to do credible stuff. And if you're looking at it from the investor angle, like I always talk about here at White Line, because we're the investor brokerage, you have to frame your CMA to highlight investor metrics. What is my rent potential? What is the ARV after repair? Not as it stands, what is it afterwards? What's the cap weight? What's the repair estimates? All that kind of stuff kind of goes into your CMA if you do it correctly. And presentation matters, guys. A CMA isn't just numbers, it is storytelling. Yes, when you're done and you print out your CMA, it's gonna have like this perfectly produced number, but when you explain it, you have to be able to tell the story behind it and why it's important and why you put in all the numbers and changes you did. Now, if you're not confident doing CMAs, again, I shot a video a while back about this, and you can go in there and look at a CMA. If you need help, I'm going to tell you to come to the office, okay? Don't just put something comment in there, because every CMA is very specific to that property. So we're going to need to sit down and have a conversation. So don't just put a comment down here this time, guys. Normally I love it when you do that. I answer all the questions I can. But guys, these are very specific to it. So you need to be able to sit down with somebody. If you're just having a hard time, let me know and we can do that. So what is our action step today, guys? This is going to be a sweet and short video. It's really simple. I want you to write 3 CMAs. That's right, guys, 3 CMAs. And the best one to start on is your personal property, the house you live in. I don't care if you rent. I don't care if you own your house, but do that one first. Now, if you rent an apartment, that's going to be way more difficult, so don't do that. But we're going to talk about, I want you to do 3 CMAs, right? So 1 on your personal property. Then I want you to find 1 in your influence, or somebody that you've randomly talked to that says something about it. Do that. And then I want you to do 1 more that's just a random address inside of your farm circle that we've been talking about. See if you can really dial in your farm circle, because that is going to be massive to understanding how that little market works, guys. And I want you to record yourself explaining it. Can you defend and explain your CMA why you did that? All right. Record yourself, send it to me. Send it to one of your friends here in White Line. Send it out saying, hey, this is my CMA and here's where I came to these conclusions. This house sold for this much. This house sold for this much. This one has 2 bedrooms. We have 3 bedrooms. So I added in this amount of increase for that. This much square footage. This is why I deducted the amounts that I did. If you don't know how to do that CMA, guys, go back in the videos, find the one that I sent last time, and you're going to have so much education doing this. It's not going to be a lot of fun. I'll be honest with you. I don't like doing CMAs personally, but that doesn't mean you're not going to learn something. So get out there, go do some practice, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 16 in a new location.